Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping straight into a really powerful training module focused entirely on employee happiness and satisfaction. But we're looking at it through the incredible analytical lens of behavioral science. If you've ever wondered why some workplaces just hum with energy while others drag, or why some really well-meaning initiatives just completely fall flat, well, this source material holds the key. We're going to decode exactly how behavioral science effectively rewires workplace satisfaction right from the inside out. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today. First, we'll cover the behavioral science of happiness. Second, revealing the devil within. Third, the science of positive psychology. And finally, creating ultimate happy environments. Let's get to it. Kicking things off with Section 1, the behavioral science of happiness. Let's move to and see how this builds, because true workplace happiness, it's not about superficial perks. We're not talking about free coffee or a ping pong table in the break room. Instead, this curriculum bridges the gap between deep employee satisfaction and real, measurable behavioral data. It takes participants on a very deliberate psychological journey. Step 1 demands that we learn the sins, so looking inward first. Step 2 equips us with the scientific tools. And step 3 is where we create the actual environment. It's this beautifully sequential method designed to transform workplaces by first transforming the individuals within them. Moving right along to Section 2, revealing the devil within. Now, I want you to think about this specific number, 6. Before we can even think about building a positive environment, we actually have to identify the core internal obstacles standing in our way. Human behavior isn't just this infinite, chaotic mess of mistakes. This module meticulously categorizes exactly 6 sins of human happiness. Think of really common, deeply ingrained behaviors, right? Things like complacency, unchecked ego, or chronic negativity. Distilling our internal roadblocks into exactly 6 specific targets is incredibly powerful. It takes this huge, overwhelming concept of workplace misery and breaks it down into distinct behavioral flaws that we can actually aim at and defeat. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the phrasing. This framework absolutely doesn't view our behavioral flaws as innocent little mistakes. No, it actively challenges us to literally reveal the devil within us. It treats these 6 sins as active internal threats to our well-being. It's pretty strong language, but it's designed to wake participants up. It tells us that the absolute greatest barrier to our employee satisfaction isn't always the boss or the company policy or even the workload. Actually, it's often our own self-sabotaging human habits. Okay, let's shift gears to the solution in Section 3, the science of positive psychology. And this brilliantly illustrates the pivot. We definitely don't stay in the dark for long. Once those internal obstacles are revealed, the curriculum pivots right to the cure. Creating this really powerful conceptual dynamic, it pits our innate internal roadblocks, those 6 sins we just talked about, directly against the rigorous, evidence-based antidote of positive psychology. The science acts as a systematic counterweight, designed to conquer every single one of those specific human flaws, one by one. So what is it? Well, in this context, positive psychology is absolutely not about just forcing a smile or thinking happy thoughts. It is a highly practical, scientific framework. It relies on tactical strategies. We're talking about cognitive reframing to break negativity loops and structured habit building to overcome complacency. It is the essential tool that participants learn to actively combat those internal sins and deliberately cultivate true satisfaction in their day-to-day professional lives. Which brings us to our final phase, Section 4, creating ultimate happy environments. This is the payoff. This is where the learning literally transforms the physical and cultural space where employees spend their time. And the ultimate goal here isn't just a tolerable workspace or a, mostly fine environment. Not at all. All of the behavioral science, the psychological study, and that intense self-reflection in this module culminates right here in learning how to actively engineer the ultimate state of happiness and satisfaction for employees. It is a highly ambitious, highly deliberate end goal, and it's totally achievable. So the crucial point is how all these concepts tie together into one seamless strategy. First, you have to identify the 6 sins to reveal that devil within. Second, you actively apply the science of positive psychology to combat those specific sins. And third, as a direct result of those first 2 steps, you create the ultimate happy working environment. You see, these aren't just isolated ideas. They are 3 interlocking learning phases that deliver total, sustainable employee satisfaction when you execute them together. We've really traced the journey today, right? From recognizing our deepest behavioral flaws to applying real scientific solutions to build incredible workplaces. The path is crystal clear, but the science only works if you actually apply it. So I'm going to leave you with this. Are you ready to confront your own 6 sins to build your ultimate environment? Take these concepts back to your own desk, talk to your own team, and start sparking some real change today. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep learning.